Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade, and this is Wylie's Race Report.
Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade, and this is the very first episode of Wylie's Race Report for the 2025 season. We had week number 2 this past Saturday night at Antioch Speedway, where we had the IMCA Sport Modifieds in the house. The Wingless Sprint cars were there, the hardtops, the Dwarf cars, and the 600 microsprints, all putting on a great show. We'll look at that in just a minute. Want to remind you, this upcoming Saturday, you don't want to miss it. It is the 2025 edition of the Easter extravaganza. That's right. This Saturday night at Antioch Speedway. Come on out for some great racing action with the IMCA Modifieds, the IMCA Sport Modifieds, the IMCA Stock Cars, Pacific Coast Hobby Stocks, and the late models, all in action this Saturday night at Antioch Speedway for the Easter extravaganza. What does that mean? Easter eggs, kids in the infield, prizes, giveaways, bikes, who knows what all we're going to have. But it's going to be a great time. You want to be there this Saturday night at Antioch Speedway.
Hey, want to remind moms out there, the Mother's Day minivan races are coming up yet again on Mother's Day weekend, May 10th. Get your minivan, get out to the racetrack, and go racing. Now, have heard a lot of you can't find minivans. Got a solution for you. Find a 4-cylinder front-wheel drive car. It cannot be a race car, just a front-wheel drive 4-cylinder car. Knock the glass out of it, take the lights out, and bring it on out and go racing in the Mother's Day minivan races coming up on Saturday, May 10th. Again, we're going to allow front-wheel drive 4-cylinder cars to enter the Mother's Day minivan races May 10th at Antioch Speedway.
First up, let's look at the 600 micros where Kyle Mensch took home the win. He's out of Alameda, driving a 21K. He was followed by Hayden Satch. If I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize. Hayden driving the 45S. Peyton Gentry finished 3rd. Buddy Chaffel finished 4th. Ken Carter finished 5th. And let's give a shout out to Roberto Monroy, also known as Bob, finally getting his race car out on the racetrack, finishing in the 6th spot. Ryan Dotson finished in the 7th, but let's head on down to Victory Lane.
Kyle, we're here, Victory Lane. Congratulations. Great run for you.
Thank you. The car handled real well. Took a couple laps for the track. Took a couple laps for the track to really come in, but once it did, really got fast and felt good.
Let's say the first couple laps, you were losing ground. Suddenly that thing just took off.
I think I just had the benefit of just the track coming to me. I really was scared. My good friend Hayden, he was just pulling away from me. Man, he got me scared for good laps there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, good job, Kyle Mensch, on taking home the win on Saturday night for the 600 micros. Let's look at the Dwarf cars, where we had one car cross the line first, but another car took home the win. Let me explain. Braden Aylesworth out of Benicia. He made a last turn pass on Sean Catucci, who led many laps, but made a mistake going into turn number 3 on the final lap, sliding up the hill. Brandon got underneath him and crossed the line first. Unfortunately, he forgot to go to tech. And so Sean Catucci with the win out of Brentwood, California. Dynamite Dave Rosa finished in the 2nd spot. Travis Day 3rd. David Hayes making his racing debut, finished a strong 4th. He's out of Brentwood, California. And Russ Cyber finished in the 5th spot. We go down and talk to the winner in Victory Lane, but I talked to the guy that got DQ'd, so we will have to move on. And congratulations to Sean Catucci taking home that win after a dominating run. Up next, let's look at the hard tops, where, guess what? It was not Joel Hannigan. Mike Gillard out of Atwater, California in the 17 car took home the win. He was followed by Don Slaney. Joel Hannigan broke and finished in the 3rd spot. Joe Schenfeld didn't make the start for the main event after flipping in the heat race. Coming up off turn number 2. Let's head on down and talk to Mike Gillard.
Hey, you're in Victory Lane. You're in Victory Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know what happened to Joel. I hope he's okay. I was looking forward to finishing it with him anyways.
Looked like he broke an axle or something. Suddenly that thing lost drive.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I just seen him coming out of turn 2 and didn't know what happened.
You guys always put on a whale of a show when you're racing against each other. What is it about you two that just makes such a good show?
I have respect, and we love the sport. And he comes from old roots like I do, and it's good to come back with guys like him and Doug.
Who do you want to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank my wife for letting me come, my sponsors, Weirs, Botello Brothers, Briscoe Enterprises, Stone Motorsports and Manure Spreading, RT Campbell Homes, the Stone family, they're a big part of it, and you guys for having us.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mike Gillard.
Hey, congratulations, Mike Gillard, on that win on Saturday night for the Hardtops, taking the early championship lead heading into the 2025 season. Should be a good points battle between him and Joel Hannigan coming down the stretch like it was last year. Let's look at our IMCA Northern Sports Modified main event where Kenny Schrader, the Pacheco Pistol out of Pacheco, California, took home the win in that 188. He was followed by Tommy Clemens. Jason Ryan Jr. and Trevor Clemens were door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel, beating and banging. Coming up off turn number 4 reminded me of the old Kurt Busch, Ricky Craven finish at Darlington many years ago. And Jason Ryan Jr. took the 3rd spot. Trevor Clemens 4th. Captain Chaos, Danny Wagner finished in the 5th spot. Let's head on down and talk to Kenny Schrader.
Hey, you had to work for it, but once you got out front, you didn't break away, but you were comfortable enough because there was a heck of a battle behind you.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Pierce has got this. This is a brand new car, 2nd night on it. Brian Pierce has got this thing just digging. So, was a little worried when I seen the water truck go out there. I was like, uh-oh. So, just kind of left it alone, and yeah, it paid off. Got around. I think the lap car a little bit helped me out with Tommy there. So, happy that happened, but I knew you just had to get around it quick and don't let off the gas.
I was going to ask you, could you have gotten around him if that 43 hadn't been there?
I don't know. We were running them down pretty good. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you never know. But we won't ever know. So I'm happy it turned out the way it did. So, yeah, pumped.
This your first win with the new Bambino?
This is, yeah, first win, 2nd last week. Can't complain.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Who do you want to thank?
Oh, man, I got to thank my wife. She's a rock star. My new baby boy, 3 months old. My mom and dad, my uncle Dwarf, everyone that helps me out. Nick DiCarlo with DiCarlo Racing Products, the guy's awesome. Brian Pierce obviously helping me out. Rage Chassis, Advanced Voice and Data, Monarch Mechanical, One Pull Sports Fishing, Cutting Loose with Janice. She's my biggest sponsor. Hair by Janice, she's awesome. Let's see, who else? Roseberry Car Care, Willcom, Joe's Engine Shop. That's about it for now.
You got a little body work to do.
It's okay. I think that might have just came off on its own. I don't think no one hit me or anything.
I think you touched somebody at that point.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
All right. Well, hey, it is what it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, get up for Kenny Schrader.
Congratulations, Kenny Schrader, on taking home the win on Saturday night in your 188. Great start to the season for 2025. On to our final main event of the night. It was the Wingless Sprint Cars where Josh Young out of Roseville, California showed him how it was done in that 17J, taking home the win. Bob Newberry, who had an incredibly fast car in the heat race, not so much. He tightened up his race car. Josh loosened it up a little bit, and Josh went the right way. Bob went the wrong way, so Bob only finished 2nd, but still a great run for that brand new car for Bob Newberry. Anthony Bruno finished in the 3rd spot, Daniel DeKaiser 4th, and Shannon Newton out of Elk Grove, California finished in the 5th spot. Let's head on down and talk to our winner, Josh Young.
Josh, man, you were on a rail and 5.8 second win.
I didn't know. I was, you got to drive these things as if they're right behind you. You can never tell where they're at. It's nice, Jeff and Debbie gave me a really good car. This thing, I think we're 4 for 5 now in wins. It's nice to be able to come out and have very minimal problems and not really have to fight anything and chase anything and just be able to just drive the race car.
What was it about your car tonight? Because it wasn't that fast in the heat races, but man, you were on a rail tonight.
I think the track was really slow in the heat race. We were pretty close, on speed. It just I like our free race car, and the track was pretty bad, so it didn't have no grip anywhere, which is fine. Everybody ran on the same racetrack, and my dad. It was just me and Dad today, so it's fun to be able to just him and I come out and do everything on our own and still do what we got to do here and win.
Who do you want to thank?
I got to thank Jeff and Debbie, and I got to thank my dad, and I got to thank everybody, all my crew that's normally here. I got Shay, and I got Tony and Jeff. He's in Florida, so hopefully he's still awake. And I'm glad there are some fans here. Sometimes it's pretty empty, so it's pretty cool to see.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Josh Young!
Congratulations to Josh Young taking home the win this past Saturday night at Antioch Speedway in the Wingless Sprint Cars. Congratulations to all our winners, and look forward to you coming out to Antioch Speedway this Saturday. Bring the kids, get the neighbor kids, get the grandkids, get all the kids you can get. Come on out. We're going to have lots of Easter eggs. It is the annual Easter extravaganza on Saturday night, and we're going to have some great racing because we have the IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Sport Modifieds, IMCA Stock Cars, Pacific Coast Hobby Stocks, and the late models. You don't want to miss it. It is going to be a great time, and we want to see you there. Come on out for the 2025 edition of the Easter Extravaganza. Until then, I'm Wylie Wade. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Wylie's Race Report. Good night, everybody. Let's try this again. Dwarf Cars. Take 2. Down, and we're not going to head on down. Joel Hannigan's had us wrapped up. Sport modified again. Here we go. Okay, here we go. 3, 2.